Do you encounter times when you need some code on your website and you're not a coder? I'm not a coder. Well, do I have a solution for you? You're going to love it. Get started. Let's go. All right, so you may be asked by a client to develop a website that has some code in it, or you maybe just want some code for your own website. And you're like, I'm not a coder. I don't know how to do that. I hear you. I am not really a coder either. But I came across this as a need for one of my clients, and I'd actually like to put it on my own webpage. So together right now, I'm going to show you how you can put custom code in a web page. Now I use Go HighLevel or HighLevel to create websites for my clients as well as for myself. That is where we create them and house them. So that is the demonstration I'm going to use for you, but anywhere you can create or input custom code in a website, this will work for. So here you see I have a demo coding website. I'm going to add a new page. Demo code. All right, I'm going to create a new page here. I'm just going to create from blank. So it's loading up. And in HighLevel, you're able to add custom code. So I can add an element, and my element is going to be custom code. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to put in code. So this is HTML or JavaScript. So I open the code editor, and this is where I'm usually stuck. I don't know how to code, so I can't do this. But I never say give up. I always want to find a way. So we're going to find a way, and I did, using Gemini. So we're going to go over to Gemini. So the use case I want here is if I have a service or a product and I want people to be able to calculate how much it would cost their organization, then I might want a calculator on here. Something, it's fairly simple, but not simple to code if you've never coded. But let's see what we can do here. All right, so what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a base level service. It's $500 base, and then it is $150 per person. All right, so we'll start with that. All right, so let's go over to Gemini and figure this out, shall we? All right, so we'll go over here. I'm going to switch to Gemini, and I'm going to say I need a JavaScript code to calculate a final cost. My base price is $300 and $150 per person after that. All right, so I told it I needed JavaScript code. You can give it more detail and ask it to be a coder. But let's start with that. And you can, this is a chat, so we can keep iterating. I want the user to be able to put in the number of people or the activity and get a cost estimate. All right, so I did it all in words. I didn't put in any kind of calculations or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And before I know it, I have custom JavaScript code. All right. Now, again, I don't code, so I don't know if this is any good. It tells me how it works, though. It tells me how it figured it out, which is pretty cool. It also does an HTML structure. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this right here. I'm going to flip back over to my code site. I am going to paste my code, and I'm going to hit save. All right, hit save right here. We don't care about this right now. So now let's get a preview. Let's see how this looks. So I get a preview. All right, that didn't work at all. All right. So we go back here and we go back to Gemini and say, this code didn't work. So it actually went back and checked it and said there was a typo, and gave me some new code. So let's see if it fixed its error. And if you tell it specifically what the error is, it's more likely to fix it correctly. But let's see if it did it on its own. So I'm going to select everything and I'm going to repaste. And I wanted to do this on the fly so you would see, if you don't code, what kind of problems you may encounter and how it might look. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go over here and refresh. Let's see. All right. All right, we still are not seeing the right code. All right, let's go back one more time. It is not producing the form that I need. It should produce form for entering the number of people and give me a cost estimate. All right. Rather combine this. Can you combine into one custom code? I don't want to have to enter two different things. So let's see. All right, so there we go. Now let's put it all together. So let's see if that works any better. All right, so we copied that new code. We're going to place it here. We're going to save it, and we're going to see if we can get this to work. All right, here we go. So I had to keep giving it some instructions. I think it wanted me to paste the code in separate HTML, but I want it combined. So here we go. Very generic cost estimator. Let's see if it works. So we got 2 people. I believe the base price was 300, and then 2 people should be another 300. So I think it should be 600. There we go. Total cost is 600. Now, can we use this and replace it? Yes. So we can keep putting in the number of people, and it will continue to calculate the cost for the customer. So that was very, very basic. We can go back and say, this looks great. Can we now offer an option for a 10% discount when more than 10 people attend? All right. So now I've asked it to add a little bit more. It's working on that code. Again, I don't know the code. I'm not checking the code. It tells me what it does in case I do want to go in and try to troubleshoot this myself. So then let's open our code calculator. Let's go down through. I'm going to paste the new code. And you just can't get frustrated. You just have to keep going back and asking it to make these changes over time. All right. Let's see if we can... So let's do 10 people. And then let's do 11. So it should add one. Oh, it looks like it already gave a discount because 1620 would be a discount. So let's do 9. All right, so we got 1650. And then if we do 10, it starts getting the discount. All right, so let's do 15. All right, so now it's applying the discount that I asked it to apply after 10 people. That's amazing. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna make this a little nicer looking. All right, so let's go back over to Gemini and say, this works great. Now it needs to look nicer. Please use the branding hex codes. All right, so now I have to go into Canva and find my hex codes, so stand by. All right, so I've put in the hex codes for my brand. I'm asking it to make it look nicer. So let's see what it does for me now. So here's the code with brand colors applied and some additional styling. Let's see how we did. Right here, replace our code. Save it, save. Let's go over here and now we will regenerate. Oh, there we go. So it has now made it a little nicer. I do not believe that's the right hex code color, but it picked a color and maybe I put the wrong hex code in. And so now we make sure it still works. So let's say we got 6 people. All right, so now it has broken the code. So let's go back. It is not functioning properly. So we've told it didn't function properly. All right, so now it tells us there was a JavaScript error. So we copy and we go back and paste this in again. All right, I wanted to show you the final version without you sitting through all the iterations. Here is the final version with the design. We can put in the number of people, so 5, calculate the cost, and it calculates the cost for us. We can then reset. We can put in 20, and hopefully it applies our discount. There you go. With the discount, it even says that. This is great. I can actually use this on my website. So what a great way to produce custom code for your websites or your clients' websites without knowing how to code. But the whole idea is that we are able to go through and work with our coding buddy here and get something that we can use that on our website. And you can just drop it in HighLevel. You can have a whole website here and just drop this in wherever you want it. Again, I want to use it for cost estimation for a service, or if you're asking for a training and we can put in just like this, you can say how many people do you want, here's the base cost, and then get an estimate. You don't have to do the mathematical calculations. You don't have to do the code. You have to test it to make sure the code is correct, especially if you're going to use it for a sale. But a great way to get some custom HTML and custom code when you're not a coder. So I highly recommend checking out Gemini, and you can check out ChatGPT, some of the others if you'd like. I just went with Gemini in this case. Put it in, be a custom coder, and either sell that for your clients or use it in your own website designs. And I hope this is a great hint and tip for you. If you want other great tips and tricks, please subscribe to the channel. Check out our other great videos. We want to support you in your small business endeavors because you can do this. And remember, without impact, it doesn't matter. Take care. See ya.